YouTube, it's Louis here. I hope you're all well. I'm finally back with another Hbar update. If you do enjoy it, please subscribe, like, and comment. We are trying to hit 5,000 subscribers on the channel. I do appreciate if you could also comment. I do go through all of them. Now, for Hbar, the key thing is holding above this specific point over here, because this was the pivot point where everything changed. This is where you put in a higher low, which changed everything, because this is not what should have happened. A lower low should have preceded. We should have actually continued down to this 1618 target at 0.045 cents. This did not occur because of that specific pivot point where we went up. You can see the purple moving average. I call this the continuation moving average, and this is the 20 EMA if you're not aware on the channel. So you can see here we rejected it after having this impulse into it, or correcting back up, because we were having impulses downwards and then we were meant to continue here. We hit this resistance, and so we're now meant to break this low, and now we've come into this resistance and failed to actually get above it. This is where we do dump, and you can see we lost the lows over here. You see the bodies, we closed below them and we went much lower. So this is essentially what should have happened here. We've come down impulsively, corrected into the EMAs just as we did here, and we have these lows which we took out. So over here, after rejecting it and failing to get above it, as we said right back here, you were meant to put in that lower low, which you did not, and everything changed at that point because we couldn't close lower than this. You needed to close below that wick, and if you're not closing below this wick over here, then Hbar is technically no longer bearish, at least in the short term. And so we need to see a reversal, and for us to take out this high, we need to basically close daily candles above this area, which we got over here. That's an amazing first step. After this pivot point, you need to make a higher high above this, and we did that right there. So going forward, you need to at all costs stay above this, and we've come down to that bounced, which we managed to call. And I also managed to warn you guys that this is unhealthy and we should come back down, which is exactly what happened. So good to see that the calls have been right. We've been basically saying that if you were to ever lose this, prepare for the 1618, but there's also a shoulder head and a shoulder over here, which we've been warning about, with a target around 4 cents, okay? So if I just delete this, clear it up. Over here and over here on two separate occasions did you actually validate this target. So it means that we've broken out, we've closed under this key support, which we did not want to lose, as if we do lose it, we're heading to these targets. And so that's what was confirmed. However, what you need to then do is come back into this resistance and then hold it as resistance, and then lose that low, which you failed to do. So we climb back inside, and you want to confirm the inside of support, which you started to play around with. You just need to wait for the outcome, but marking out the lowest point there, if I'm closing below that, that means the bodies. If I'm seeing the bodies closing below that area, if I see the body here or even just here, whatever it is, that's the loss of the low. That means we should go lower, unless it's reclaimed again like that, which is what basically we did on these two occasions. We've reclaimed it, then you lost it, and you reclaimed it finally. And since that reclaim, if we do zoom in, we had that double bottom we were able to call, hit the target, running into the 618. And we were basically saying on the channel, now you're going to be trapped in between these 2 points. So it's nice to see that everything has been going as predicted. Going forward, wow, you can see that's a nasty daily candle at the moment. There's still 9 hours left, but if it were to close like this, it basically means that there's a high chance that we're going to try and take out this 20 EMA to come back down to the 1 fib level. And if you were to lose that, opening up the potential to these lower targets. However, just because you lose the 20 and the signal is you should actually go and do that, you don't necessarily have to. If we don't, that means the balls are there and stepping in, because we do have this low. We have this low over here that's higher. We have this low over here that's higher. So even if we now are doing some sort of ABC down to here, you've got higher lows. And if you're not closing below the 1 fib level, you're not going to these bearish targets. So even if we were to come down to it, you technically have to hold out, and only once you're closing below this. But me personally now, watching Hbar, I would say a close below this point, 5.5 cent. If you're closing below 5.5 cent, then Hbar is actually going lower. So what was it? 4.5 cent to 4 cent. So that's pretty much it for the bearish scenario. But let's take a look at this bullish scenario now. So if we were to actually hold this wick, okay, We have this high and we have this low, and we quickly retrace back up, and yeah, we're just playing around with these fib levels. If we were to take out this high over here at 6.7 cent, we could have a target around the 1618. A key resistance will be the 1.2727 cent. It's also a psychological level. So if you are short-term trading, like putting in a long now with your stop loss below the 1 fib level, for example, the 1.272 might be a nice area to get out because it's been some key resistance. It's also the golden pocket. You've retested the 618, so the next attempt is to try and break above that. You can see we actually have targets further. So for the short-term traders, they can take a quick trade to there. But for the holders that are not really trading, you don't have to. I don't personally do that. I just hold and add. But I'm talking about the traders, they can do that. Otherwise, the holders, if we're closing above this golden pocket, we should expect to see a climb all the way back to 8.5 cent and around there. So that's pretty much it for Hbar. Let's see this climb up to there. Again, that's only going to happen if you break above this gold box. But unfortunately, as long as you're below this gold box, there's pressure pushing us down. And remember, we've warned you about the bearish scenario where this candle, if it closes as it is today on the daily time frame, once this daily candle closes in 9 hours, and we're closing, and it basically means that the next day we're going to try and take this out. It doesn't mean that we will, but it means the next day, because we have such big wicks to the top, which means we try to go up but fail to confirm that, it means that we're now going to try and go down. This is a key support, the 20 EMA. This could potentially completely reverse this and send us through the golden pocket and way back up there. But also, if it doesn't hold, then this is where we do expect the 1 fib level. And again, yeah, this should hold because it's what's been, as you can see, we're struggling to break through. But if you were to ever break through, these are your targets, the 1618 and 4 cent, 4 to 4.5. But if you're not closing below the 1 or even 5.5 cent, then that is not happening. This further downside will not happen. It could be the fact that you're just coming back down to the 1 fib level to basically play with everyone's emotions, and then it'll swiftly turn back up. If you appreciated that, please smash the like button. If you're new, please subscribe, as we're trying to hit 5k subscribers, and do leave a comment letting me know how long you've been here, if you're new to the channel, what you've learned from today, or any other pointers that I missed out on Hbar. Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to check out my Twitter, Louis_crypto, where I have education over there, a course and one-on-one mentorship available at the moment. I just quickly wanted to bring your attention over here to my crypto Twitter, Louis_crypto. One of my students who's joined in the last 3 months, Charo, all the way from America, has actually profited over $6,000. Can you believe this? In less than 3 months. It's amazing to see what he's achieved in such a little space of time, because he actually did mention that he had no prior knowledge to crypto before joining. The course will go through this all completely, as well as the mentorship. You don't need to have any prior knowledge. I will make you into a self-sufficient trader. I'll give you all the tools to do so. It's just you need to go and build the house. Charo managed to build the house, and it's just amazing to see how quickly people can change their lives. Thank you guys for supporting the channel after all these months, a year now, and I just want to say, please leave a comment under this video, help the channel grow to 5k subscribers, and leave a like. Thanks.